Arsenal's pursuit, Rebecca, is well documented. They have had 2 bids rejected, but their interest remains strong. I think they are staying calm, and they'll continue the conversations with Shakhtar. There is optimism at the Emirates Stadium that with patience they will get this done, given that the player has very clearly indicated that he would like to join them. His priority, though, is the Premier League, and perhaps that's given Chelsea a taste for this. Chelsea, as I understand it, are monitoring the situation. They are interested in all players of a certain age bracket who are high quality, who are widely regarded as having a great career now, but also a potential for the future. But if the price is right, and that is crucial with Chelsea, and that
you hear there from David Ornstein, the situation where Mudryk moves on, that there is great optimism when it comes to the situation from Arsenal. That was well documented yesterday. That says there's no breakthroughs between Arsenal and MYKHAILO Mudryk, but all parties indicate there is a strong desire to reach an agreement on a fee this month. But it has now been reported by Jacob Steinbeck, that Chelsea are hopeful MYKHAILO Mudryk deal is possible after talks with Shakhtar. We're going to delve into this and into more detail. There's also reports of a first bid from Manchester United for Joao Felix, and the reveal here from a credible source that 12 to 13 million could be enough in entirety to bring Felix to the Premier League. What I want you to do is smash the like and the share buttons for us this morning. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. Let's go. It's an interesting situation in relation to MYKHAILO Mudryk because we're getting lots of mixed messages from journalists again. So I would say Jacob Steinberg sorry, I keep butchering his name, I apologize, is talking about Chelsea being very confident now. Chelsea thinking that they are not just entering the race, but they have a genuine chance in the pursuit of this highly talented, well-coveted young man who is believed would make an impact at both Chelsea and Arsenal now, today, directly, but equally is one for the future as well. You then get conversations with the likes of Ben Jacobs, who I'm going to quote here, has said that I would be very surprised if Chelsea enter into any kind of conversation with Shakhtar significantly above Arsenal's own valuation. And that's the Arsenal feeling as well, which is why they are not too worried about a hijack. And we know Arsenal are confident. We know Arsenal are confident. However, there is thought that Chelsea are willing to put down £60 million guaranteed, plus some add-ons. Where at the moment, it looks as though Arsenal have only offered somewhere in the region of around 40 to 45 million as a guaranteed fee. So Chelsea seemingly willing to spend more money, but we know Mudryk prefers Arsenal. This is probably a headline that will probably scare Arsenal fans a little bit. From the Guardian today, that Chelsea are now hopeful in this pursuit. We know as of now that they're not in the running, or they are in the running, but we know as of now conversations have collapsed for Enzo Fernandez. So when I say they're not in the running, that doesn't mean it can't change. That doesn't mean that Chelsea won't go back later in this window with an improved offer. Maybe Benfica change their stance. Potentially Fernandez, pushes the situation further, but they're not in that space. And the Badashila deal is complete. It's done. It's signed. That is over the line. But as it remains, and we will give you daily updates on this as and when new news comes out. That's what we're here for, essentially, is Arsenal have had 2 bids rejected. The second bid now is officially rejected. That is frustrating. It's believed that's primarily down to Chelsea telling Shakhtar Donetsk that they are willing to spend more money than Arsenal. But this is going to come down to the player. It's as simple and as straightforward as that. Arsenal are keeping their nerve. They are not panicking into a bigger bid at this moment in time. Mudryk has made no commitment to Chelsea as of now. That's what I will say. He's made no commitment to Chelsea. But if he does, and if he comes out with something along the lines of, yeah, I'd be happy to play for Chelsea if I can't go to Arsenal, then you may see a reaction from Arsenal either improving their bid or potentially even walking away. And I think that's an option that has to remain at the forefront of most people's minds here, that could happen. In other news, it's been reported here that Atletico Madrid remain firm in stating that Joao Felix will only leave on loan if a bid of 12 to 13 million is made. They know that the relationship between Felix and Diego Simeone is totally broken, but they do not rule out Felix staying until the end of the season. Now, we have seen a lot of this. We've seen a lot of this situation. It's also been reported that Manchester United have made a £4 million offer for the player. Now, this was very much expected. This was very much expected indeed that Manchester United would make an offer along that line. And the reason for it, it's around £6 or £7 million below where they really want it to be, is that everybody involved in this deal is very much of the mind that the player and the manager have got to be split up. You've got to sell him. We're not going to be hung out to dry. Man United's initial offer has no option or obligation to buy. They simply want a loan until June, and they're willing to take the risk of him going somewhere else around Europe, back to Ati, whatever may happen. Because, of course, the future of Diego Simeone is still not 100% certain for next year. There are some talks as well coming out of Portugal today that Arsenal will definitely sign Joao Felix as well. So we're looking for more information on that. We're trying to delve into it a bit more, do a little bit more research. But I have kind of been sent links and articles that Arsenal will definitely sign him, according to some Portuguese and Spanish experts out there, that they believe that they're going to move this deal on. So I just think we're in this space now where we're starting to see Joao Felix come alive. The deal I'm talking. Man United have made a bid. Chelsea are in the background. Arsenal remain confident but want to get the situation with Mudryk resolved. Now, of course, if Man United today go, right, okay, well, we'll offer 8 million and we're nearer to that, the golden goose egg, you may see Arsenal move away from Mudryk slightly, go, hang on, well, we don't want to lose Joao Felix here. There's often a reprioritizing within a transfer window if a rival moves ahead of you or moves the needle somewhat. But I think Man United fans should be encouraged. I think Man United fans should be very much encouraged with the work they're looking to do. We also know, as we mentioned yesterday, Scott Saunders pointed out that United are exploring the idea of Mohamed Kudus. Now, Kudus is a sensational attacking player, predominantly a centre forward, not your out and out traditional number 9, but a centre forward, can play in an AM role and can drift out to that right hand side also. Alone is what Man United are looking to do in this deal as well. So Man United are now making inroads into these deals. It feels likely that United will get a loan move done this month. Man United will bring in another attacking option. I think the injury to Donny van der Beek is going to force this issue. He's definitely going to be out. Jadon Sancho is needed back, but is Jadon Sancho going to be... What's the word here I'm looking for? Is Jadon Sancho going to have the impact needed? If Sancho comes back and within 2 or 3 games, he's Dortmund Sancho. I mean, if he started the season Sancho, Man United will do okay. But if he's the stereotypical Sancho of the last 1.5 seasons, there's going to be a major problem. Man United are going to need more than that. But it does feel as we're about to go into the FA Cup period. There's a little bit of a break from the Premier League. Slightly less games for certain teams like Arsenal. Slightly less games for Chelsea as they're out of the Carabao Cup. We may now start to see a little bit more movement. Remember the breaking headlines today that we're speaking about. Chelsea now hopeful of a hijack of MYKHAILO MUDRYK. Now, in terms of the article, it states very, very clearly here that Chelsea are hopeful of beating Arsenal to the signing of Mudryk after positive talks with Shakhtar Donetsk. Arsenal remain favourites to sign him. Let's not get that twisted. They remain favourites to sign him, even though their first 2 bids have been rejected. We know this already. We know that. But even with Arsenal, you go over the court, and I mentioned Man United and Sancho, you look at the situation with Smith Rowe returning. If Smith Rowe returns, looks good, stays fit, has a good mid to end of January, maybe the club think, well, let's put all our eggs into the Joao Felix basket instead. Maybe we look to bolster the midfield instead, because if Smith Rowe had been fit this season and performing, maybe there wouldn't be this clamour, this desire, this want for MYKHAILO MUDRYK. And I think all these things need to be looked at and considered in this situation. There's no doubt about it at all. But Chelsea are definitely pushing hard. Chelsea want to get this done. But as mentioned, Arsenal are the favourites in that deal. When it comes to Joao Felix, people are putting Arsenal as the favourites in that. There's more reports on that we'll bring to you a little bit later on today. But until next time, my people, listen, take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. Thank you.